I found out my neighbor was hiding refugees, so I reported them. Now I'm haunted by whether I did the right thing. It started with footsteps, light ones, in the middle of the night. At first I thought it was raccoons again. I live in a quiet neighborhood. The kind where people wave from driveways but don't actually know each other. But every night, around 2 in the morning, I'd hear it again. Soft thuds, like someone pacing, then whispering. The house next door belonged to a man named David, retired teacher, lived alone after his wife passed. The kind of guy who watered his plants at the same time every day and always had the right recycling bin out front. So when I started hearing voices from his basement, kids' voices, I got this cold, uneasy feeling. One night, I caught him unloading boxes from the back of his car. Blankets, food, bottled water. He froze when he saw me. "Can't sleep either?" he said, voice trembling a little. "Yeah," I mumbled. "Long day." He nodded quickly and disappeared inside. That's when I noticed something else. The curtains in his basement window were taped shut. I tried to ignore it, but once you notice something, you can't unsee it. I started keeping track. The lights came on at odd hours. Delivery trucks stopped at his house but never left packages. Then one morning, while taking out the trash, I saw a small hand press against the foggy basement glass. A child's hand. I froze. Later that day, I called him. "Hey David, everything okay? You've been up late a lot." He hesitated before saying, "Everything's fine, really," but his voice had this strain in it. That night, I heard the footsteps again, faster this time. Someone crying. I sat in the dark, clutching my phone. Was he hurting someone? Keeping people against their will? The thought burrowed into my brain until I couldn't think straight. So I called the police. They came at dawn. No sirens, just quiet knocks and flashlights. I watched from my window, heart pounding. David opened the door, calm but pale. They talked for a minute before one officer stepped inside. 10 minutes later, people started coming out. A woman holding a toddler, 2 teenage boys, a man with tired eyes and a bruised cheek. They looked scared, but not of him. That's when I realized what was happening. They weren't prisoners. They were hiding. One of the officers turned toward the house. "We'll take it from here." David's eyes met mine across the yard. He didn't look angry. He just looked disappointed. The story spread fast. Turns out they were refugees. A family from a country halfway across the world. They'd been denied asylum and were facing deportation. David had been letting them stay in his basement for months, feeding them, keeping them safe until they could find legal help. I watched the news footage that night. The same house, my street, his front porch. They called him a kind but misguided man. They didn't call me anything, but I knew what I was. A few weeks later, I saw him again. He'd been released on probation, harboring undocumented individuals. He was carrying groceries up his porch when I walked over. "David," I said softly. He didn't turn, just said, "You did what you thought was right." "I didn't think," I whispered. "I was scared," he sighed. "Fear's a funny thing. It makes good people do small, cruel things." I felt my throat tighten. "I'm sorry." He finally turned then and smiled. "Sad but real. Don't be. They're safe now. Somewhere better." I wanted to ask how he knew that, but something in his voice told me he didn't. He just needed to believe it. That night, I sat by my window again, staring at the empty basement across the yard. No more footsteps, no more whispers, just silence. And for the first time, I realized silence isn't peace. Sometimes it's the echo of your own guilt. I told myself I did the right thing. I followed the law. I protected people. But when I close my eyes, I still see that small hand pressed against the glass. And I wonder if justice and goodness are really the same thing.